Last lesson we concentrated on a collection of shots to use if you happen to be behind your opponent. Well, this time we'll reverse the roles. You're in the front and kill is the name of the game. So here's Rich to show you just what we mean.
The kill shot is the most effective offensive weapon a racquetball player can have in his arsenal. When hit properly, this shot will leave your opponent totally defenseless. First of all, a kill shot is a shot that is hit either with your forehand or backhand, travels to the front wall, either off the side wall or straight in, and hits somewhere between 4 and 1 inch off the front wall. All right, first of all, we'll go through the forehand kill off the front wall setup. The ball is coming at you. It's just like that first drill we did in the beginning. The ball is coming at you, set up. What you want this shot to do, this is called the straight-in kill. You want it to travel directly towards the front wall, hit as low as possible in that area, and then go straight back. Let me do a few of those to give you an example. Okay, that's a little bit high for a kill shot. When you're hitting your down-the-line kills, the reason you want to make sure that they're going straight up and down the wall is if you leave it up like I just did, it will still be an effective pass shot. Let me do one more for you. Okay, that's not bad. In racquetball, a kill shot that is hit perfectly is called a flat rollout. This ball will hit on the front wall right here and just sort of trickle back to your opponent. It's an unreturnable shot. He'll never be able to get it. Let me just demonstrate this shot on the backhand side. Remember that when you're learning your kill shots, just as any other shot, work on them both on your forehand and your backhand sides. You need this weapon especially because it's extremely effective. Okay, that's a little high. I gotta try and get it lower here. That's a rollout. That's perfect. One important thing to remember on your kill shot is to let the ball drop low. What you want to do is come straight across on your stroke and meet it somewhere around knee level so that the ball will travel in that plane and go straight into the front wall. If you meet your shot high, you're going to rise. It's going to be 2 feet high and it's going to come off the back wall a lot of times. So when the ball is coming towards you, let it drop. Let it get low into this area here and take your normal forehand or backhand stroke straight into the ball. Just watch how low I let that ball drop here. That's another shot we'll be getting into. But did you see the area where I'm meeting it? Right here. My legs are bent, I'm over the ball, I'm low. There are 4 areas in which you should always practice your kill shots. The first, as already has been demonstrated, is a setup off the front wall. The second shot, which in the pros is considered a setup and we just get ready to receive serve, is a ball that travels from the front wall to the back wall. This is called the back wall kill. The ball strikes the front wall, is coming off the back wall. You set up and hit your normal forehand stroke into that shot. Now, the important thing to remember on this shot, and which most beginners make the mistake of, is that they set up too far forward of the ball and many times wind up reaching like this. The way to prepare for this shot is as you see it coming from the front wall to the back wall, set up where you think the ball is going to be set up behind that area and then shuffle forward in this manner and wait till the ball is around knee level and then strike it. Okay, let me demonstrate a few of those. Okay, I'm letting the ball drop to around knee level. I'm behind, and then I shuffle straight forward into the ball. That's called the back wall kill. Let me show you a few on the backhand side. My kill shots are up today. One more. There you go. Another important thing to remember on the kill shot is it's not how hard you hit it. A kill shot, if hit properly, is an absolute winner. There's no way your opponent can return it. So don't try and overpower him. Just try and keep the ball low on the front wall. Okay, the third area in which you should practice, actually the third and fourth areas, are the ceiling ball kill shot. There are two types, either the short ceiling ball that hits the ceiling and comes up around in this area, and then there's the long ceiling ball, which is struck hard on the ceiling and comes off the back wall. All right, let me show you the first one. Okay, that was, if you took a kill shot on that one, you have a lot to learn. I would never shoot a kill shot on that particular ceiling ball. I would hit another ceiling ball. This is called the short ceiling kill. What you do is the ball is coming from the ceiling, and this takes a great amount of timing, and you're going to have to practice it a lot. The way you practice is just set it up the way I'm doing here. You have to shuffle back, and then as the ball is coming into your hitting area, you step and swing. They're all the same stroke. Let me show you that one more time. Okay, that's a little high. Backhand. Once again, that ball I wouldn't attempt a kill shot. I would go back to the ceiling. Right there. On your backhand side also, you let that ball drop right around knee level. Meet it right off your front foot. Aim that ball directly ahead. When you're shooting the ball, if you're shooting these down the line kills, make sure that you're going straight down the line so that if it is high, it'll still be an effective pass shot. Okay, the second ceiling ball kill is a long ceiling ball. It comes ceiling front wall and comes way off the back wall. This shot, also in the pros, is a setup, and generally speaking, we'll put 95% of these shots away. Okay, it's especially important on this shot to make sure that you set up behind the ball and shuffle in. On the direct back wall kill shot that goes front wall, back wall, it's not quite that as important as it is on this one, because this ball, when it comes from the ceiling, it tends to die. It's going down into the back wall. So you really have to be behind it and then shuffle in here. Let me hit a few more. I'm getting better. Okay, let me try a few on the backhand side. It's pretty difficult. As you can see. One more. And that's a shot we'll be getting into in a second. Anyway, those are the four main straight-in kill shots that you should practice. Just practice them the same way I did. Set it up off the front wall for the straight-in. Set it up off the back wall like this. And then set it up on the two ceiling balls just as I demonstrated a moment ago. The second type of kill shot that we're going to talk about today is the pinch. A pinch is a kill that first hits the side wall and then strikes the front wall extremely low, right here in this path. Somewhere in this area, travels to the front wall right around here. Now, why do you hit a pinch? The reason you hit a pinch is because it goes into a different coverage pattern for your opponent. The kill shot straight in is going in this area. From this same position here, I can put the ball into this area of the court, the front left side of the court, which is going to keep your opponent off balance and never know what to expect from your shot. Okay, the way to practice the pinch is the same way that we practice the straight in. First, we set it up off the front wall. Side wall, front wall, it should be a little lower than that. Now, how do you hit the pinch? All you do is instead of meeting the ball here, so that it goes straight in. Wait a little longer and meet it back here. This way the angle of the racket is angling towards the side wall. Let me demonstrate a few of those. Going into a completely different part of the court. A little early on that one. Okay, let's try a few backhands. Your backhand kill straight in is going into this area. This shot is going into the totally opposite area of the court. Okay, and you want to be able to use these shots the same way that you used them off of the straight in kill. The next one is the back wall. It's a very good shot, and it doesn't have to be hit hard. Just use your normal forehand stroke. Nice and smooth. That was almost perfect. Let me try one more of those. Okay, there's nothing different about this shot except for the fact that you're meeting it a little bit deeper in your stroke. But it's hit a little harder than your normal pinch. What this shot does is instead of going straight in, here, and angling straight out, the extra power on it causes the ball to get a spin so that the ball winds up on the other side of the court. Let me see if I can demonstrate a few of these for you. It's a very difficult shot and it takes a lot of practice. You see how the ball hits the front wall and then shoots slightly to the left side of the court? That's what you want to do on the splat. This will really throw your opponent off. He's going to be trying to cover the regular pinch, and then all of a sudden, boom, it jumps to the other side of the court. It's really going to throw him off. It's a good shot to add to your repertoire. It's slightly more difficult on the backhand side, as every shot is. See how that ball grabbed the front wall and went to the other side of the court? The good thing about this shot, once it's almost perfected, is that it doesn't have to be perfect. Usually just that jump to the other side wall will throw your opponent completely off. And if it is really high, say 2 feet high, it comes into the side wall, it still has a great deal of spin on it so that it'll jump into your opponent instead of just bouncing easily out. All right, let's do a few back wall setups on this shot. It's a little more difficult off the back wall than it is straight in. Okay, let's try one more of those. It's really difficult, as a matter of fact. Let's try a few short ceiling balls. And it gets more and more difficult as we keep going along. Okay, let's try one long ceiling ball. Okay, let's go to the other side here. As you can see, it's a very difficult shot, and you're going to have to practice it a great deal. That shot jumps to the other side of the court. Okay, that's called a splat. The next advanced shot that we're going to talk about is the reverse pinch. This shot is just what it says. Instead of hitting your straight in pinch, your forehand pinch into the right corner, you hit your forehand pinch into the left corner. This is a total deception shot, and if hit properly, it'll win for you every time. If I'm hitting a forehand reverse pinch, I hit it, say, anywhere in this area. I hit this side wall first now. Right around here, and the ball should travel and kill somewhere on this part of the front wall. Just the opposite on my backhand side. Just like that. The further over on the right side of the court you are, the more difficult this shot becomes. From this area over, it gets more and more easy. Ball's hitting low on the side wall, travels straight into the front wall. Okay, that's a little too high. Just like that. Let me see if I can do a few backhands. Okay, now the key on the reverse pinch is to meet your ball further ahead of you. Okay, on your regular pinch, you're meeting the ball deeper. On your straight in, you're meeting the ball here. On your reverse pinch, you meet it out here. As you can see, the racket's angling towards that side of the court. Let me do a few more for you. And also, let that ball drop. That ball I met too high here. You have to let this ball drop to knee level also. Just like that. What will usually happen here is your opponent's going to think you're going to go straight down the line, when in actuality you're going to go over to the other side of the court. Let me just do a few backhands on that shot. Same thing on the backhand. Pinch here, straight in here, reverse pinch here. Just like that. And that's all the kill shots there is, unless you can come up with something new.
Okay, occasionally you're going to find that you'll be needing to use more finesse in your game rather than power. That's when you'll be using what we call a drop shot. Now, the time that you'll be using this is more common when you're in the front court and your opponent's in the deep court. And all it is simply pushing the ball rather than a full forehand stroke into the corner. Okay, let me demonstrate what I'm talking about. Set up. Okay. Now, ideally, it's just a soft push, kind of the same theory that we used on the ceiling, the lob, up to the ceiling. You're not going to be hitting the full forehand wrist snap. In the drop shot, there's no wrist whatsoever. Here, push. You want to hit it to both sides of the court. Now, ideally, you don't want to hit it straight into the front wall, because if you do, it's going to have to be just perfect. Otherwise, it's going to be too easy for this guy, your opponent, to come out and probably get the shot. If you hit it into the corner, when it hits the front wall, hits the side wall, it tends to kill the ball a little bit, and it's going to die in the corner. It's more percentage to hit it into the corner. Okay, now like I said again, it's just a push, a soft push. It's not the forehand stroke. Usually you'll be hitting it when, say, he's gone for a kill shot and he's left it up a couple inches on the front wall. That's when you'll rush up and push into the corner. Let me show you a couple times. Here, rush up, and softly push it into the corner. Here, rush up. Okay. Now there's another shot that we use. It's a pretty aggressive shot called the volley. And this is simply cutting the ball off in the air before it bounces. And like I said, it's a very aggressive shot. Usually you'll be hitting it somewhere up in this area. Okay, instead of running back, taking more time and taking it off the back, I'll simply cut it off. This also is effective in keeping your opponent off balance. Usually he expects you to let the ball drop and take it off the back wall. So occasionally throw in a few of these just to keep him off balance. Now, when you hit the volley, you're not necessarily going for a kill shot. You're going for more of an accuracy shot, placing it, maybe a pass in front of him. Let me show you what it is. Set yourself up and cut it off. Now, if you notice, I went for a kill shot on that because the volley, I hit the volley when I was way up in the front court area up here. When you want to go for a kill, could be when you're in the front court like that. Now, occasionally I'll be hitting back here and you'll be volleying it from this area. It's pretty hard to go for a kill shot then. That's when you use the pass shot. Here. Maybe pass it. And that's the drop shot and the volley.